Yeah! Hello and welcome to this Warno 1v1 game played on Hesse Duel. Today we've got All Means Necessary playing 9th US and he's going up against Gucci Gang Hots playing 9th East German. So 9th versus 9th today. We'll talk about the deck reviews, then we'll cover the map, the matchup, the deployments and the game. And as always, timestamps in the description. Right, so this is the deck review for All Means Necessary, and he's playing 9th US. This division is pretty strong. Basically, you get a pretty decent opener with the snipers, the ridiculous snipers, and then you back it up with a bunch of grenade launcher vehicles. You've got tanks, you've got a really nice air tab, actually. You've got the drones. And yeah, since the M60's got a little bit better, I think this div is really strong. I think it's S tier. In terms of, I'm just looking at it. I agree with most of it, really. So we'll go through it tab by tab. You don't need 3 cards of supply with this division because you don't have loads of heavy tanks to repair. And you don't have that much artillery. It's a bit of a weird decision. So yeah, you've got this supply, which isn't that great because it's only 300 supply, so you end up with loads of these. But this supply is your main one, and then once you run out of those, you switch into this. The alternative is you can have this one and the Helo supply, so the Helo just refills the M35s, and you don't have to worry about these Cook Vs. Then CVs, so 3 wheeled CV, 85 points, 6 HP, great news. Yeah, I think that's really, really worth it. The other ones, like the Altis, they're all 4. And they only cost 5 points less. Sometimes they're the same price, so I think this is good. And then, or you've got a tracked one, which can be useful with your artillery, which you don't really need to do, and or the Helo one, which you shouldn't be bringing. Infantry tabs, so here we've got some more wheeled CVs, so yeah, you could make the case that you could swap this out for the tracked one. And then you'd still have 6 CVs, so yeah, you could make that case. I mean, it's not a big deal really either way. And yeah, so this is 45 points for 6 men with smoke and an AT. Your alternatives are 70 points for 11 men but no smoke, or 40 points for 6 men and no smoke, but 3 availability, which is very important. So it just depends if you want that 3 availability or if you want the smoke, right? Wow, look at that. M16A1 with that 20 round box mag. I'm pretty sure I bring this one, but yeah, I mean, you've already got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 CVs, so you don't really need an 8th, and having the smoke is really, really useful, so I think that's probably the right decision, really. Then light rifles, so 9 men, 2 machine guns, and a DMR. A DMR is like 2 machine guns, 4 machine guns is like 8 rifles, so they shoot with the strength of 14 men, quick maths. So they're very strong. He's got these at 2 vet and brought them in a Black Hawk. So yeah, it's nice to have some Helo infantry. And he's chosen to vet it because he feels that he has enough. Okay. Then we've got the same guys in a Humvee. So like these shouldn't be in a Humvee. They should be in a grenade launcher vehicle. I mean, for only 10 points more, you get in a grenade launcher vehicle. You can buy 3 of these in a minute. You can buy 3 of these in a minute. No, you can buy... No, you can buy 3 of these in a minute. So yeah, I think you should get the grenade launcher vehicle, and I think they should be at 1 vet. Don't think they should be at no vet at all. If you're running out of infantry, then damn vet this one to be 1 vet. No vet to 1 vet is a very important difference because it goes from 7 minutes to go from no cohesion to full cohesion to 3 minutes, whereas 1 vet to 2 vet is 3 minutes to 2 minutes. So it's not as big a deal. Then another card of Light Rifles Law. Then Light Rifles Dragon. So these guys have the Dragon 2 and 3 machine guns. So they cost more even though they're worse, basically. Although this can shoot in the forest now, so... yeah, they can be alright. I mean, they're worth bringing. Then we've got some Flash at no vet. I mean, basically, you just want them to shoot their Flash and then run away, because they've only got 5 strength. Excuse me. So I can understand having them at no vet. Yeah, and then a grenade launcher guy. I'm not really sure you need this when you've got all these grenade launcher vehicles. I'd be much more tempted to bring an MP patrol. Then National Guard Tow 1, which has 16 pen. Don't really think that's a good idea. I would be bringing the ITO or the Tow 2. I would not be bringing the National Guard ITO. Artillery, so self-propelled mortars for smoke. Sad. Oh yeah, I forgot. Um, yeah, get rid of this and bring the MP Patrol M67 with the military police vehicle, which is a vital component of this division. Absolutely vital. Yeah, get rid of that. Bring the TOW 2A, it's nice. Um, yeah, what can I say? Flash could do with being updated, really, but I don't know. So yeah, basically this is National Guard Reservists, which means it actually aims slower, shoots slower, reloads slower, none of which is reflected on the stat card. So you need to buy an MP Patrol 67 and then click this, Shift F and click on the mortars, and it'll make the mortars good. And then you can also do the same with this, which you shouldn't really be bringing. You've got 2 copperheads here, so this has guided rounds, which means that if you're in range of your own recon, the dispersion will be very, very, very small. So you need to just get used to doing that. And then you want this. This is very useful. It's basically like an Abrams hull, or it might be an M60 hull, actually. I think it's an M60 hull. With some coffin launchers on it. Very, very good at clearing out infantry. And it's got smoke and it can survive a TOW 2 hit. It's a really nice piece of kit. You can also smoke it with your mortars if you're on somewhere like airport. Get them really close. Much more useful than one National Guard M109, especially when you've already got 2 cards or 2 units of 155mm howitzers. Tank tab, so here's some more National Guard M60s at 1vet, which I agree with, so that's why you need the military police vehicle to go with your National Guard M60s. Then we've got a regular M60, you generally buy these first. CV1, Humvee TOW 2, no vet, and then the Cook V thing, this thing's hilarious, so it aims in 2.2 seconds now, it used to be 1 second, which was stupid. And the missile is very, very fast. I've seen it rock up to tanks and beat the tank because the tank can't actually shoot in the time it takes this missile to shoot and hit. It's very, and then you stun him and then you shoot another one and it's got good range. It's a shame that this is the only 2,800 meter ground based ATGM on NATO when Pact gets like 10 quadrillion rounding down there. But yeah, it's a very, very nice vehicle. You got to keep him alive. Good stealth, keep him in trees and stuff, very fast. Then you've got the snipers, so basically this goes at 120 kilometers an hour and has airborne forward deployment. So you get to places first, and then you shoot the enemy transport with your 50 cal, and the 4 HP enemy transport explodes. So it's really strong. So yes, a must bring. And then scouts with the grenade launchers, yeah, that's all fair enough. Then, yeah, this thing has a grenade launcher and it's 120 kilometers an hour, very good optics, yeah. And then this has a TOW 2, 120 kilometers an hour, very good optics, good stealth, recon deployment, very, very, very good units. And then this thing, so this used to have 3 availability, then it went up to 4, even though it literally has a Cobra gun on it. So that was dumb. Now there's no reason to bring this because it's worse and has less availability, and there's no reason to bring this because it's worse and has less availability and costs the same, so you have to bring this. Then we've got the Aquila from Warhammer 40k, it's a drone, it's really annoying, spots targets for your artillery, I believe it gives you corrected shot as well, I'm not entirely sure. AA, so Stingers at 1vet, that's fair enough. Then VAD, so this is how you hurt enemy infantry, you use the VADs. A very, very useful piece of kit. Bring it at no vet so you can spam them. Then the T-Chap, you definitely don't need 8 of these. Basically, this is a Chaparral, but towed. I mean, it's not great, really. I'm pretty sure I just bring the Avenger, but it's got less range against planes. Generally, you want 2 cards of fighters so you can deal with enemy planes. But yeah, this can work, but you definitely don't need 8. Helos, TOW Cobra. I prefer 1 TOW Cobra, 1 regular Cobra, so I can spam out rockets if I want. That's really not a big deal. And then we've got the Eagle, the bad Eagle, because it's got the Sparrows. Gets outranged by good packed fighters. Big brain. And then the F-16C, which is a shotgun plane, incredibly good. Then the Cluster 2 reloads in 4 minutes, which isn't great, but the payload's nice. This thing's hilarious. It's got a pave claw, so it's got a gun and another gun. And it's got the Maverick, so pretty nice piece of kit. This is the A10 gun. But yeah, it's not that amazing to tell you the truth because it runs out of ammo really quick. It doesn't do that much damage, but it's a nice plane for the Mavericks, and the gun's something else that it's got, which is nice. Then a HE bomber. Between the HE bombers, this reloads in a long time. I actually don't bring the HE bomber. I just bring the Seed so that I can maintain my air superiority. So I don't really agree with getting this HE bomber because it's not that great. Yeah. So that's that deck. Switching to his opponent, we've got Gucci Gang Hots playing Ninth East German, another competitive deck. So we'll go through this tab by tab. I'm just having a look, see. So 3 cards of supply, very important when you've got the Napalm Grad. So yeah, 3 cards of supply. You don't have a choice, it has to be these 3. Then this is 3 per card, 95 points. For 5 points more, you lose speed, lose stealth, but get 2 more HP. So I don't think it's worth it, really. I'd rather be faster and stealthier than have 2 more HP. And yeah, this one's tracked, so, you know, if you want to be slow. But yeah, your other CVs are all tracked, so you need a wheeled CV, really. Infantry, so you might find yourself running out of infantry. I don't think it's worth 2-vetting the BMP2s. I think that's a bad idea. You want as many of them as possible. And then BMP1s, I mean, you can 2-vet these if you want. Basically, you've not got any you've not got any satchel infantry, and you've not got any wheeled fighting infantry. I mean, these are both tracked, so I think this should be wheeled, 1-vet. And I think that you should down-vet this. I really like this 30 points for Malyutka and so on. I don't really see the point in paying 20 points more for a Conkers when for 10 points more than that you can get a BMP2, which is just way better. So yeah, I prefer this one. And then yeah, I'd be getting some Pioneers at 1-vet in the SPW70, or Pioneer Flams at 1-vet in the SPW70, but I prefer the satchels. Pioneer Flam can work. RT, so the Napalm Grad's crazy. Basically, the idea is you want to slow the game down enough that you can buy the Napalm Grad and hurt people. Then the Acacias for sniping stuff, yeah, and then Mortars in the MTLB so that they don't get counter battered as easily. I think that's all good. Tank tab, so that's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 CVs. So you could do with getting rid of one of these, really. And then bring in, more T-72 M1s. Basically, this will die in one shot to a 30 AP missile. I don't really think you need 3 cards of it. I'd be more tempted to bring this. And yeah, this will not die in one shot to a 30 AP missile, which is every AT played in the game bar 2. And then you've got T-72S, yeah, 1-vet, so you can severe people. It's a really kind of broken tank for the price. And then these guys don't get one shot by the 30 AP missile. These guys do. Apart from that, they're the same, so that's what the price discrepancy is. But then, for some reason, this has a great availability, so you get them at 2-vet, yeah. And then Malyutkas for Malyutka-ing, and Sturms for 2,800 meter range, ATGMing. So yeah, I agree with these, and, you could do without this, to tell you the truth. You could do without this. It's only an unspeakable one, whereas you've got 7 Malyutkas plus 5 Sturms. So I don't really know if you need this. So if you want more stuff, you get rid of that and you get another card of this or whatever. So just something to keep in mind. Avclair BMP1, I don't think it's fantastic really, but it is mediocre. It is 45 points mediocre stealth. It's not so bad. And then the Motorised Avclair we spoke about, I think you should have at least 1 infantry in a truck with an AT. You just need them to flood towns and stuff. Sometimes you just need a guy to get there quickly. This has 6 availability with exceptional optics, 3 front armor and smoke, so it's really, really good. You just click it, Shift F, click on your tanks. Now your tanks have exceptional optics. This is hilarious. The 4 times PKT is very, very strong. I do prefer it to this, I think, because this does have twice the HP, but you only get 2 of them. I don't know, it's up to you, really. But this is definitely better than the regular one, so I do like that. AA, so having 8 cubs is a bit superfluous, really. So I'd up-vet the Igla, get rid of 4 cubs, and bring some Strellas, because what happens if you run into an Apache? What are you going to do? Shoot him with the cub. So I think the Strela 10M is worth it. Or you can bring an upvetted Shilka, they did get better recently. But yeah, I think 8 Cubs is a bit daft for 1v1. Heli tab, so some Phalanger guys, right, and then the urns, so these can be useful. Consider 2-vetting them for the start of the game. If you're going to send a couple out at the start, having them at 2-vet is great because they aim really fast. And this can be useful with the Kokons, but you know, you've got enough AT gems and stuff. So yeah, I'd recommend 2-vetting that. And then air, so I think I bring 6 fighters, but you can do what you like. Cluster AT-HE. Yeah, I mean, it's all good. It's just the rocket plane's 3 per card and reloads in 16 seconds, whereas this reloads in 2 minutes. It does double as like anti-tank, right? But yeah, consider swapping this out for this and seeing how you get on. It is a lot cheaper, right? 110 points cheaper. So we've got 1 AP spare. I don't think anything can be done about that. And yeah, that's it for the deck reviews. Now we'll talk about the map, the matchup, the deployments, and the game. And as always, timestamps in the description. And yeah, in terms of the matchup, you'd expect, so both of these divs are exceptionally strong. 9th East German's a bit slow off the start, whereas 9th US is really good off the start. So 9th US is probably going to have an excellent early game. If the 9th East German player respects that, he can concede a bit of ground, just try and hold the points, even give up a point if he has to, and then eventually he should just grind the 9th US player down. If the 9th East German player chooses to push in the open, the 9th US player, he's got the Cook Vs, he's got the Humvee Tow 2s, but eventually he'll run out of those and then he won't be able to do anything. So yeah, as long as the 9th East German player just plays it slow, plays down here, I think he'll be fine. For the 9th US player, his infantry is very strong and his opener is absolutely incredible. So if he can take ground early, you know, preferably around here. If he gets up to like here and here, you know, then he can move his infantry to try and threaten this way. He can move his infantry to try and threaten this way. And in the meantime, he'd want to defend over here with a bunch of Cook Vs and Tow 2s and so on. Yeah, so that's sort of the matchup. Let's cover the deployment. So on the left here, we've got Gucci Gang Hots, and his Aufklärer BMP1 is trying to get all the way to the back, so we'll see how well that goes. I mean, alright. Then we've got an MI2 US Adder, backed up by an urn, so he's got 3 urns. In the deck review, I spoke about how these should be at 2-vet if you're going to do this. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. I mean, I can't help but tell there's a fighter here. So yeah, if you're going to open with helos, you basically need to buy a fighter to defend them, otherwise they're going to die. So I don't see a fighter. Then we've got a Cub and a T-72 Muv. And so he's going to try and attack mid with a T-72 and a Cub. I think this is sort of a massive overextension here, really. I think he should be focusing primarily on defending. And then just whittling down the 9th US player. In mid, another Motorised Aufklärer with a bit more of a reasonable deployment. Another Urn. Another T-72 and Cub. Okay. And yeah, so he's going to try and take those Urns. Cub's coming back here. Supply for the Cub. Another Motorised Aufklärer BMP1. I mean, so these are all tracked. None of his... So he doesn't get any airborne forward deployment. And he's not got any wheeled forward deployment, recon deployment either. So he's going to be very, very, very slow off the start. We spoke about this in the deck review. So yeah, he's trying to come up to here, which you didn't skip, right? And another T-72. Typically, you want all 3 T-72s together and to attack in one place under 2 Cubs, and then the 2 Cubs intercept the enemy air. Whereas here, you just sort of split in your chances. And then, yeah, another Motorised Aufklärer, another the RM1K, and a Malyuka P trying to get right round the back. So yeah, I think that's cool. Switching to his opponent's deployment, we've got All Means Necessary playing 9th US. And so he's opening with these 120 km/h favs, which are absolutely incredible. Very, very strong opener. And considering his enemy has no airborne deployment, so it's not great for the 9th East German player. So yeah, he's going to get to this place, and then he's going to get a sniper in here. Okay. Another grenade launcher. These helos are 4 availability and have a Cobra gun for 55 points. A bit silly, really. Should be 3. Then we've got some more Tow 2s and grenade launchers. Another recon helo, which also has guns. Sniper on the right going for the church. And that also comes in a 120 kilometers an hour vehicle. Then we've got some scouts in the Humvees. Another tow 2. And yeah, F-16. And then some VADs. A light rifles Dragon. Another Cook V. AGL with the light rifles. Another Cook V. And a Humvee CV. So, yeah, we'll cover the game. Right, so they're off, and it's time for me to thank the generous channel joiners, generously joining the channel. This YouTube thing is my sole source of income. So yeah, I really do appreciate you. They get the videos early, they get members exclusive videos, they get their names on the screen, and at the higher tiers they also get their games cast at the tier 4 channel membership, so great way to improve. Or dunk on somebody you don't like, right? So here we go. The F-16's finally found some of these helicopters. Oh, wow. 2 misses there. That's not fantastic. And, yeah, the Cub misses. So there we go. He's just sweeping across now and killing all these. Second Cub misses, but the stress on miss makes them evac. This JOC thing's really, really strong. So, yeah, the earn opener against 9th US without a fighter supporting is just not a good idea, really. Basically, you should accept that he's going to get to places first, and you should cope. So you should get 3 T-72s together instead of splitting them like this. 2 Cubs together, and just punch your way back into a place. Punch your way back into the other place. Punch your way back into the other place. So this sniper here is probably going to win this fight. Actually, let's see. Look at that, blimey. Not sure about the Grom, not sure he could do too much about that. So they don't do that much damage anyway, so can always run away. Cluster 2 purchased, so this is pretty ballsy, but with the Cubs being so spread out, looks like he's going to get those bombs off. And he kills 2 T-72s there. There was no covering fighter, right? So this is why... So obviously, when I say you want to group them together, they shouldn't be right on top of each other. But generally, you want the 2 Cubs together and the 3 tanks together in that 9th East German opening, so that this sort of thing doesn't happen. So it's not really going very well for 9th East German. He's having a pretty tough time. I can hear a pivot as well. I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is. So yeah, it's going well for the 9th US player. This sniper just not, he could have ran away or anything, but it looks like he's just going to stick around and die. And now he's trying to push with, not much really. So plane's probably just going to come and deal with this. I don't watch him ahead of time. It's just, yeah, so this isn't ideal really. This could have been up to here, though, to tell you the truth. So grenade launcher's now engaged in the Cub. And he's trying to... Gucci Gang's trying to shore up the middle. All means is content to just buy a T-chap, which I don't really think is a good idea. I think he should have... for starters, this should be at 1 bet. But also a fighter, I think might be a better idea. Gets there faster, stays up for 2 minutes or what have you. Yeah, and, the 9th East German player would be foolish to buy a... so, I mean, look at this. He's got no recon with it, so it's just eating tow 2s. So yeah, he's got fighter anyway, so really he wants to go for this as soon as possible, but he didn't. He really wanted to kill that Earn, so he's dead now. It might happen anyway, but he really should have focused that one down. Yeah, so Mike 19's kill a Cub. T-72 died over here to the toe. And this CV should be coming over into here now. So another VAD's purchased of the Humvee tow just to hold some ground. I mean, he's got this up to here, right? So he knows what's going on. And yeah, if you're blue, you want to get some infantry in here, really, as fast as possible. So this dragon can be moved up to here, so that I can use this dragon, right? Because red will basically put guys in here, and try and push you out. So you need to get up to here, basically. He's not got that many forces at the moment. Obviously, we have perfect vision. But yeah, so something like the Fav here should be going over to here to give you vision. This should be in this building. And then that CV, yes, the CV is coming. Chap's just going to unload in the open. I mean, you want it on the edge of the forest, really, but whatever. And yeah, the Avclair BMP-1's got around the side there. So, yeah, I mean, this guy's not really moving. Yeah, here's a nice place as well. It's just generally, yeah, red will set up in these 2 areas and try and push you out. So right now, blue's on a +2. Red can still pull it back. I know it doesn't look great for him, but late game he wins, right? And he's not actually capped, this zone, for example. So even though he's going to lose this one, he'll cap this one soon. and he's not capped this one. And basically what you want to do as red is concentrate your forces and try and sort this out. In the meantime, what blue should be doing is infiltrating into here, getting into here, getting into here. Whereas now he's just, you know, he's had his fun and now he's just sort of sitting around, which is not what you want to be doing. You can't let your enemy reconstitute himself. So, you know, send something down here. Obviously there is something here. Send something down here. Just these little AGL Jeeps or whatever. Needs an eagle, really, for this F-16. Here's the eagle, so now the F-16 should come help. F-16 should come help. But yeah, the eagle is good against these. Here we go, so look, this also has Sidewinder missiles. And there you go. So it's worth having. And yeah, the Cub, it's not moved, so next bomb should be on that Cub. Light rifle's not in buildings. There you go, T-72 side shot there. So it's not fantastic, really. If you're red, something you can do is get a, you know, smoke mortar, smoke over here or something. There you go, F-16 gets hit. Still not moved, so it's been pinged now. So hopefully puts a bomb on that. Gets a bombing run on that, depending on who you're rooting for, right? So, yeah, well, I mean, well, what is there to say, really? Things could be going better for red, but I don't think it's necessarily over. It just, I mean, he's just making silly mistakes here, so now he's, yeah, so like this should be coming in from this side, because he knows it's clear up to here. He needs to sort this out. He should have somebody in here. So he needs a recon infantry in here, and then a T-72, and then he can shoot sideways into all this stuff that's coming in. CV just sort of runs in and dies. This isn't a really weird space, but whatever, it did its job. This, you need to pull out the zone, really. Try and get into here now, if you're blue. Yeah, so this M60 is presumably going to try and achieve that. This recon helo could just run over and scout. I need to see, there's no AA there. Get this up to here, then you can get the Humvee just down this road. Bit of mortar for smoke. Bit of smoke with a mortar. So he's seen him unload there, but yeah, part of this deck is that Gucci Gang, all of his recon infantry is coming in out of clear club BMP ones. He's literally got 8 of them, so he can't quickly, you know, get some recon out. It's not ideal, really. So now he's buying some grenade launchers. I'm not sure how useful they're going to be in the open. The Eagle are just sort of, yeah. So here we go, he's coming this way now. This Humvee tow too could be here, really. This is where you want it, but whatever. I suppose this way you shoot down there. Got overlapping fire, so looks like Gucci Gang's going to get in, and that will make the ticker +2, which buys him time, right? He's got 12 minutes, so this is sort of what I spoke about not being too hasty against these fast divisions. You know, it's not easy to make those decisions against these divisions, but that's how you win. So FA-16 just chilling out. This was pinged, but nothing ever happened. I mean, this doesn't really have the capacity for it, because it's all guns, and if he doesn't have targeting, he doesn't have targeting. This could move up, you know. So yeah, I think the blue player could be playing a little bit more dynamically here. CV tank goes down to the FA-16. Yes, if you Gucci Gang in this position, you really want 2 Cubs back here. Because he started off with 2, 1 died, 1's still here. So yeah, you want 2 Cubs back here. You want to be playing around with some smoke and stuff. As for blue, looks like he's just content to defend, I guess. I suppose he's bought this. So yeah, the Grom took off half this HP. Must have been a side shot, so, you know, don't underestimate the Grom. I know a lot of people are, you know, not Grom-pilled or whatever, but... So, Eagle and F-16 just sort of flying around. Looks like Blue's going to make a play on X-Ray. Because, yeah, Blue can't afford to just sit around here, really. What he does need is more infantry for these buildings. I don't think he's actually got... Oh, he's got regular tows as a infantry ATGM. Should be a tow 2, really. Get a tow 2 up to here. Well, fantastic. So, grenade launcher probably going to deal with this motorized artillery. Yeah, he's only 1 man. And now he's using the helo-borne infantry. Yeah, typically you'd want this out first, right? So you can actually see this. Look at that, the Grom getting a kill there. So yeah, this guy wasn't in a building or whatever, and the grenade launchers will beat him, so okay. And yeah, Cubs have been purchased. Maldin MiGs out. I mean, he's got to be careful here, really. The Eagle is up. And I think he's done this too late. I think that's landing. whether he wants it to or not. So yeah, that missile whiffs, and now he's gonna die, most likely. Okay. So, wow. Okay. So T-Chap's been spotted, needs to move after it shoots, really. And then, yeah, bring up the VADs. The VADs will beat all this infantry easily. So, still a +2 to the 9th US player. I think 9th DDR, yeah, he just needs to solidify his front line. Like, he should get somebody up to here. The point is, your enemy's reinforcing down here. You need to try to do something about that. So, yeah, pushing here can work. Also, you know, just try and get a recon up to here. Something like that. Or an infantry ATGM. We know he's got them from the deck review, which we didn't skip, did we? And, yeah, I mean, the VADS is going to start clearing out all this inf now. It's going to be pretty funny. Look at that. It's crazy. But yeah, between them, I think the infantry and the BMP-1 will win. The BMP-1 especially, because, yeah, look, it just stunned it and now it's dead. So, another Igla coming down this road. Okay, that one survives. And, yeah, just a lack of smoke here. So, Cluster 2 just came back from its 4-minute reload, I guess. But, yeah, so there should be 2 cubs here. And the cluster, he should really be trying to deal with these if he wants to air spam. A bit of forgetting going on here. But no, I think a lot of people might suggest, look, if you're 9th East German, you should go push here or something. I don't think that's a good idea. 9th East German wants to consolidate and push as a focus blob. 9th US is an expert at just putting ATGMs everywhere and being really annoying. So you can't just send little foot. I mean, you could try. But against a solid 9th US player, you wouldn't win that. So I think that this is the right idea. Look, he's pushed him out. And, you know, once he gets up to here, then he can sort this out and then come take this. So there you go, right? The comeback is real. So that'll put it on a +2. In the meantime, if you're the 9th US player, there really should be like a Motorised in here. Because 9th East German player. And the 9th US player should be pushing these flanks. So like something like this, you know, the enemy is going to kill one thing and then he's going to buy a Toko Brewer or that cluster plane or that Pave Claw plane, and you know, so it's a nice idea, but I think one of these would be a better investment. Do that with one of these. And in the meantime, yeah, if Red can push up through here, get up to here, push up through here, get up to here. Basically, you always want to isolate the zone instead of just running into it. Sometimes it's easier said than done, right? But look how fast these missiles are. Very, very difficult to deal with these. Yeah. So you need like an Acacia or something, but I feel like you can't really afford that right now. Supply went down to the T-72. I think that this is a big investment. Could have been just a Malyutka for 55 points as opposed to a tank for 160. Literally 3 times more. I've cleared a BMP-1 going down on the right side there. So yeah, these helos are still up. And then this got the kill. Very speedy. So yeah, if you're red, you actually want to count these and counter for with these and try and kill them all. It's the same with things like SAS on second UK. You want to count them, unironically. Cubs and stuff, you always want to count those. So look at that, the sniper probably not going to win against the grenade launcher at that range. Bigger range, you'd have a chance, but yeah, look at that. So he's getting some recon up, and you know, if you're red, I think honestly it might be worth buying an artillery piece at this point. Because, you know, you see all this stuff, like, how do you deal with it? You need to arty this, you need to... Oh, look at that. Oh, he missed. Oh, that's a crying shame, isn't it? I mean, it's 60%, but... Imagine if he'd hit. Well, there you go, there's his hit. But this is a very important thing to kill. So, yeah, Gucci Gang trying to sweep this back. But, yeah, I don't know. The all means necessary. He, like, this could have been up here. Shooting down there. He can't move it up now, it'll just die. Right, so he sort of left a lot back here, whereas these could have been down here. Here we go, the AT plane. Alright. Looks like they both missed. It's quite unlucky, but what can you do? But yeah, the Cubs missed, so he needs to smoke and get killed by a Dragon too, I guess. I mean, he could have smoked and left. Maybe he didn't have smoke. So that's a big shame, because now he's lost this position and the light rifle Dragons are going to walk back in, so... It's not fantastic, really. More I've cleared for VMP ones. I really don't rate them. 1 card, sure. 2 cards. You're just asking for it, really. And yeah, look at this. So another half-clear BMP1 dying. And okay, so the Igla takes out the jock thing, whatever. So yeah, if you're red, I think your next idea should be to try and punch, you know, punch up to here, and then try and take this. Looks like this guy was just showing his side armor there, got side shot a bunch of times and died. So yeah, red panicking a bit really, just needs to take it a bit slower. Sturm with the mega range, but so I don't firing computer reset makes me assume it's gonna miss. And so he should really be leaving. But he's just kinda hanging out. What can I say? So here comes another round. He's gonna lose tracking. And now he's just reversing out of the... Alright, so a bit of a miss micro there, you know, he could have just hidden in here, but what could I say? Down he will go, yeah. So, here we go. Look at these. Crazy, crazy. Like, why weren't they up here? Why was this position seeded? So, I think blue needs some more infantry up here. Up here. I mean, he's got some here, but fair enough. Blue could also benefit from a single copperhead. Here we go, drone spots the T-72. That's another reason 9th US can play so wide. They've got the recon helos, they've got the light vehicles which go really fast, and they've got the drones. So, and they've got the Air Force to back it all up. So yeah, he's going to spot all that. That missed once and hit the second one. You see the pave claws there. Not so bad against lighter vehicles. Against heavy vehicles, it didn't really do anything. So... yeah, looks like blue's just going to push back in with his infantry. This isn't even shooting. Well, I think it'd be going a lot better if the T-72 was engaged, but it's not. Yeah, I think, you know, 9 minutes. I think really red should be should have had an Acacia out. I think that would have been a good investment to try and like clear out this. You know, how else do you do that? The napalm grad can be a good investment. It's just it puts you really far behind. Whoops. It puts you really far behind. So what can you do, eh? So Aquila just sort of chilling out, scanning the sidelines. We've got a bomber out now. Don't really think this is a good idea. That could have been an extra 2 BMP2s or whatever. Does get 2 kills. And we'll actually get out, it seems. I thought there was a fighter back here. Okay, just evac. So, yeah, alright. That could have been an Acacia, though. So, red needs a bit more infant there, I suppose. Igla shoots the drone. Drone has, you know, 50% evasion. Look at that hellfire. It's absolutely... wow, I'm surprised it missed, actually. But he's going to get a second shot, and Gucci Gang's just not paying attention there. Down he goes. Another bomber purchase. So he's going for the G-chap, okay. He's going to get that, and okay, so he's going for the F. Oh, he might get this. I don't know what happened to the Eagle. Where did it go? With the guns, he should get it. Yeah, down it goes. So yeah, really good kill actually. But 2 of those could have been the napalm grad. And imagine if you just napalm grad this or napalm grad this, and then walk in there. You know. So yeah, he does lose that to the Eagles. It comes out of ammo, and you know there should be another cub here really. So it's still +2 to blue. That was motorized half clever with the 1 HP should be pulled back really. Looks like they're just gonna die. So yeah, I don't know what to say really. It's like so red as bait. So like, wait, what are these guys doing? Obviously he knows there's nobody there, but I suppose they are moving up now. Right, so F-16AT just chilling out. Now he knows where the cub is, and the Igla's not moved. Cub's gonna shoot again. Misses again. I mean, these all have 30% ECM, and they're quite fast, so they don't stick around for long. But yeah, Gucci Gang should be moving these after they shoot. I've cleared for BMP 1K goes down to the light rifles law. He's buying some helicopters now. I mean, against all these Eagles, I don't know if that's so smart. Cook V almost claims another victim. It's actually run out of rounds now, as does this guy, so he needs to get that sorted, because that's a big deal. T-72S, I mean, if these two both team up, they should win, but yeah, this shouldn't be happening. Wow, it missed. Okay, I mean, it's quite surprising, really. But yeah, it did miss. I can hear that lovely E sound. This is a Cold War ASMR, so look at that Sturm over there. Bam, taken out. In the meantime, right, the adders. Whoa, okay. Where was that? So the Eagle gets hit there. Quiller's still on the field. The adder's shooting the light rifles low. Okay, so the helicopter now, you know, the Eagle's been routed, so the helicopter can do its thing. And he's got the... But here come two more planes, right? And okay, so that one gets hit. That one doesn't. So yeah, I don't know if Gucci Gang lost two Cubs, because there should really be another Cub hit. This is the bomber from before. It reloads in 2 minutes. It's really good, actually. Yeah. What can I say? He's searching for a target. But, I mean, Blue's just going to keep chucking planes at these helicopters until they're all dead, so I don't really think they're a good purchase. The recon helo, sure, right. Okay, so he's just going to dive the Eagle and hope it doesn't hit him. And the Eagle's going to oblige him. This is out of ammo, so it's not helping. He's not actually evac'd it, so he might die here because of the extra time he's been in the game. So yeah, if he'd evac that earlier, he'd be alive. There's that fourth Cub. Could have been done a little earlier, but there you are. And this has been reloaded now. So yeah, I'm not sure what to say, really. I think the 9th US player's made his mistakes a long time ago, and he's playing catch-up, and he's not doing a particularly great job of it. As for Blue, he's sort of given up on wrapping around and stuff. I think you should always be endeavouring to take ground. I don't agree with this purchase at all, really. This should be the Copperhead one, right? But there's the surrender anyway. So... yeah, GG. Very different KD there, so all means necessary, rank 659. Gucci Gang Hots rank 122, so quite a discrepancy there. Yeah, really strong showing from the 9th US player, and the 9th East German player just kind of fed into it, really. You got to get used to just being like, okay, he takes the zone, rather than... Because if you just contest it and lose all your stuff, then you got to come back and contest it again in 10 minutes with less stuff. So, sometimes you do have to fall back. Obviously, it can be confusing. When should I do that? When should I not? Well, just play more, watch more videos, and then you'll start to get an understanding for that. So I hope you enjoyed that game, and I will see you in the next one. GG.